Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6.
Developing news in Chelan County. The sheriff's office says there may be a sighting of the father accused of killing his 3 young girls in Wenatchee.
Then new details.
What was Bridges' previous history with the city of Sunnyside before elected tonight?
He served at one time as a public works director.
Our Monique Ledesma is following up with details about the new interim city manager for Sunnyside.
Plus,
we identify these areas where we're having higher than usual run off the road or intersection collisions.
with summer arriving, get ready for construction.
And Stacy is tracking summer-like temps, but for how long?
That's right, good question. Lots of heat, lots of sunshine, very warm day. Will this come to an end soon? I'll have all the details. The news at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday. I'm Wendy Redmond.
And I'm Austin Reed. It is June the 10th.
Well, first at 6, we are continuing to follow a developing situation in the search for Travis Decker, the father accused of killing his 3 daughters in Chelan County. Right now, law enforcement may be on Decker's trail as they are tracking a person they believe to be Decker in the Blewett Pass Highway 97 area. That's according to the Chelan County Sheriff's Office. They are asking people in that area to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activity. We should stress it is not confirmed it is in fact Decker at this time. Earlier, the Chelan County Sheriff's Office also issued a community alert in the area of Ingalls Creek and Valley High. Law enforcement is advising residents there to secure their homes and vehicles and stay alert. People who live there say they've been on edge.
She has 2 A-frame chalets, and unfortunately she's been gone for the last week, and it's worrisome to us. We live in East Wenatchee, so we have to come get her like ASAP because no one's been at the cabins for the last week, and this is a perfect, we got this alert that Valley High is, the suspect is on the loose here.
The sheriff's office says they got a tip from a hiking party who said they saw a lone hiker in the Enchantments area who seemed to be unprepared for trail and weather conditions and also appeared to be avoiding others. Tracking teams immediately responded and spotted this lone hiker from a helicopter near Kolchuk Lake. They say the person ran from sight as the helicopter passed. Stay with Apple Valley News Now on air and online for any late-breaking updates in the search for Decker. Tonight, Kennewick Road is now back open after a crash shut it down earlier this afternoon. Take a look. It happened shortly after 2 o'clock on Yelm Street and West Kennewick Avenue. We're told both vehicles had severe damage, one off the road. Responders had to use emergency equipment to get people out from both of those vehicles. We are working to learn the extent of their injuries.
Quick fire season 2025 note, a grass fire broke out today outside the Prosser and Benton city limits. Our crews were there. Just before 1:45 this afternoon, firefighters rushed the area of Roth Rock Road and West McCready. You can see a lot of land was burned. Fire crews are still on the scene at this hour. Nobody was hurt. The cause is now under investigation. Well, we are still following extreme heat. Are we in the clear with the hundreds or high 90s?
I don't know if we're done with the triple digits yet. Hopefully for now, but you know who has the answer? Of course, Stacy is back. Stacy, how are we looking?
Well, we inched up to those triple digits, and now we're kind of sliding back down. Still a warm day, though, 98 degrees out. Dust level sky cam. The boys don't have to play baseball tonight. That's good. A little bit hot out there. Winds are down to zip here in the Tri-Cities. Humidity very low, so fire danger remains high in our area. Check out the rest of the viewing area. 90s, and even still seeing some triple digits out at Hanford. 99 Hermiston, 94 Walla Walla. The heat warnings expire after 9 o'clock tonight. Those temperatures aren't dropping down very low for very long, so another warm day ahead, but we'll be out of advisory level at least tomorrow. We are tracking these strong gusty winds once again in the Kittitas Valley, Ellensburg area, right where we're keeping track of a fire burning in the region, plus the Columbia River Gorge. These winds will start to die down, but they're going to pick back up tomorrow. Here's your temperatures tonight. We're going to stay in the 80s and again, 90s through 7 by 9, 70s and 80s, and most of us will be down in the 70s by 11 o'clock. So very, very warm. Temperatures gradually decreasing, strong gusty winds developing into the weekend. Fire danger remains high. We do have some red flag warnings to tell you about, and then we'll see temperatures start to cool down as we get into the weekend. Austin, Wendy.
All right, Stacy, as wildfire seasons grow longer and more intense across the West Coast, vineyards are facing an unexpected threat, not flames, but smoke.
Even when flames don't touch the vines, waves of smoke can leave their mark, literally altering the taste of the wine. Researchers at Washington State University are working to understand how wildfire smoke seeps into grapes and what winemakers can do to stop it. One local winemaker is grateful to WSU.
We were all worried about smoke taint. You know, we get fires around, and as winemakers, it's like the thing that's top of mind. But I'm grateful for like WSU, the wine science program, because they have sensors in vineyards, and they were able to talk to us about even if there were traces. And so for some vineyards, there were such small traces that even for us tasting wine, we couldn't pick it up.
Frechette knows the risks all too well. One bad smoke event can taint an entire vintage, impacting the wine's flavor and the business's bottom line. She says luckily she's never had to deal with it.
Well, the city of Sunnyside is looking for stability, at least for a short while, 23 days.
This after the council voted on a new interim city manager Monday. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma says the council's pick isn't the first time they found themselves in this position, and why one community member says history seems to be repeating itself.
The Sunnyside City Council voted 4-3 Monday night to Mike Jim Bridges, the interim city manager, while current city manager Mike Gonzalez remains on paid administrative leave. Bridges is the former Public Works Director and a former interim city manager for Sunnyside.
Personally, as I read through the resumes, there was one other candidate who was my first choice, and Mr. Bridges was my second choice.
When it came time to vote, Brosma was a no.
I do vote no.
But later says out of all the candidates, the council was most comfortable with Bridges.
But I'm absolutely fine with Mr. Bridges coming in, so I have no problem with that. There's no reservations or whatsoever.
Others remain uneasy.
I really don't feel like this is the most neutral option for us during this time, especially because there's a lot of uncertainty from community. I feel like we should go with an option that has the less detachment to anybody here at City Hall to be able to perform at its best with no biases.
The mayor says at the end of the day, if the majority rules in favor of a motion, then it's all of them being on board as a whole. But members of the community say they are worried if city leadership is headed in the right direction.
This is no good to hire a city interim manager for 1 month, 2 months. By that time, he's just barely learning the ropes. Let's get this done, folks, because later on, what's going to be interim city council members? What I'm saying comes directly from my heart at the spur of the moment.
People say the council needs to get back to knowing what the community wants, not their own agendas.
You are representing the community, not just a few that come here to voice their opinions. Put out a survey, see what the community wants. Really hear from the community. Thank you, and I hope we get this done pretty quick, sooner than later.
One group has organized a petition to recall Councilwoman Hancock, whom they hold responsible for the disruption of city government.
We urge you to listen to your constituents, respect the voices of over 200 residents, and immediately recall the appointment of Hancock before more harm is done to our city workers, operations, and community trust.
But Mayor Brosma says the recall issue needs to follow Washington laws, and the issue needs to be taken up by voters at the ballot box.
Yes, council did appoint the council member in question. However, that council member was sworn in and duly seated. And even if council says, yeah, we want you gone, and we all vote unanimously on that, that council member could easily say no.
Councilwoman Hancock is set to run in this year's general election in November. Reporting in Sunnyside, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Monique, thank you. The mayor says after the current investigation is over, the council will have to decide whether to move forward with a different city manager or reinstate Mike Gonzalez. Over in Yakima and New at 6, a major cleanup is underway in Yakima and Yakima County, where crews are removing a large illegal encampment along the Yakima River.
Commissioner Amanda McKinney says the site, once a pristine area, has been heavily damaged. She says cleanup could take at least a week, with full restoration expected to take much longer. McKinney called out state leadership, accusing them of holding private landowners to stricter environmental standards than their own agencies.
McKinney also thanked local and tribal partners, including the Yakima Nation, for stepping up to protect the wealth of the land and water across the valley.
New tonight, with summer just days away now, that means get ready for some road construction.
Yes, in Benton County, several upcoming projects are focused on improving safety for drivers.
Apple Valley News Now's William Albert has more on what you can expect and how it could impact your commute.
Starting later this summer, Benton County Public Works will begin working on several safety and road improvement projects throughout the county, focusing on areas that are long overdue for upgrades. County Engineer Matt Rasmussen says that improvements are being funded by federal dollars with the goal of improving roadside safety, especially in places with a history of crashes.
So that's guardrails, new signage. We do roadside delineators. You'll see the little white posts along the road. And so we're getting a lot of federal funding to start improving roadside safety.
Many of the county's summer safety projects will be happening in Grandview, Prosser, and Kennewick, with many being years in the making.
We've been working on it for several years, different types of projects. One year we've just had them come in and widen shoulders, and other years we've put in just the white markers on the side of the road, and so this year we're doing guardrails.
Rasmussen says Benton County continues to collaborate closely with the Washington State Department of Transportation to identify and improve trouble spots.
And so we work with the Washington State Department of Transportation, and we identify these areas where we're having higher than usual run off the road or intersection collisions, and then we go to them and seek funding.
And as that work gets underway, Rasmussen reminds drivers to stay alert, not just for their own safety, but for the crews on the ground.
We'll just follow the work zone signs, pay attention to the flaggers that are there, and understand that this is a benefit to the end of the traveling public, and we ask for your patience.
Helping make the roads safer and better, one project at a time. In Kennewick, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
All of the work is set to begin in August, with most projects expected to last 60 days, while some are expected to go on for several months. County officials say the goal is simple: make the roads safer for everyone who drives them.
Your News at 6 is just getting started. Up next, the state of Washington is suing the Trump administration again. We'll tell you why this time.
Plus, we head to Southern California.
A fifth day of anti-ICE protests here in downtown Los Angeles. I'm ABC's Melissa Dunn with an update on what's going on the ground coming up.
And an update on your weather forecast as well. We're checking back in with Stacy, and as we've had all this hot weather, make sure you get our brand new Apple Valley News Now weather app. Just scan that QR code right there on your screen. We'll be right back.
The Coliseum in Rome had their gladiator games, but it can't compete with Legends Casino Hotel's Coliseum of Cash. During our Summer of Games Thursday drawings in June, we're giving away over $77,000 in cash, plus a new Kawasaki side-by-side. Just use your Legends rewards card to earn entries. Who needs Roman chariot races when you can leave them all in the dust in a Kawasaki side-by-side? All hail Legends Casino Hotel in June, and let this Summer of Games begin.
An accident can shatter your life. The award-winning team at Tamaki Law can put your life back together.
I'm attorney Jeff Kreutz.
And I'm attorney Megan Changaroya.
Thank you, Tri-Cities, for voting us Best Personal Injury and Best Overall Law Firm.
We are so honored and grateful to serve this amazing community.
If you've been seriously injured, call the law firm that has served Central Washington for 30 years. Call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Bathfitter Showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. And they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
This summer, Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos is heating things up with incredible savings on every piano in our showroom. Take advantage of special bundles on our digital models. Enjoy savings on both new and used options. Get up to $10,000 off on select grand pianos. Enjoy 0% financing for 12 months. And every purchase includes free delivery in Tri-Cities. The hottest part, our 2-day summer sale event happens June 26th and 27th only. Turn up the heat and visit Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos today.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. That's not a coincidence. It's a commitment. A commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles.
Get employee pricing plus 1.9% and $4,500 bonus cash on a 2024 Ford F-150 STX. Only at your local Ford dealer.
The Good Feet store just really helped me out. I mean, they gave me the right arch support for my feet, not somebody else's feet. Then it was like, okay, this is something special.
See for yourself with the free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
And 2 options for you to take a look at.
When it's time for an update or complete remodel,
Just watch yourself there. So here, guys, we're gonna rip everything down to the stud.
Rebath is with you every step of the way, from design and products to removal and installation.
Okay, what do you guys think?
We handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather.
Welcome back, everybody. Members of the National Guard are on standby in Los Angeles for any more signs of any more protests.
President Trump has also deployed Marines to the city, responding to demonstrations that began on Friday against immigration raids.
And ABC's Melissa Adon in L.A. with the latest.
Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass and the LAPD chief are considering implementing a curfew, and the mayor says that some of this unrest is due to a few, quote, bad actors. In Los Angeles, business owners and residents are cleaning up after the ongoing protests against immigration and customs enforcement raids happening in downtown. City officials say more than 100 people were arrested during demonstrations Monday night. Today has been mostly quiet. National Guard troops posted outside some federal buildings. Mayor Karen Bass saying none of this is necessary.
It's a sense of intimidation and fear that is just so unnecessary and so corrosive to our city.
President Trump ordering 700 Marines and more than 4,000 National Guard troops to the city, despite objection from California Governor Gavin Newsom. Newsom today filing an emergency motion to block what he calls an unlawful militarization of Los Angeles, asking the court to step in and stop the deployment, along with immigration enforcement. President Trump has called the governor incompetent, even saying Newsom should be arrested. House Speaker Mike Johnson going further, suggesting a harsher punishment for Newsom.
I'm not going to give you legal analysis on whether Gavin Newsom should be arrested, but he ought to be tarred and feathered, I'll say that.
Today, the president defended deploying the military.
If we didn't get involved, right now, Los Angeles would be burning, just like it was burning a number of months ago with all the houses that were lost.
Mayor Bass saying the violence is not as widespread as the president has suggested.
The unrest that has happened are a few blocks within the downtown area. It is not all of downtown, and it is not all of the city.
In Washington, angry Democrats blasted the troop deployments.
Why are you sending war fighters to cities to interact with civilians?
Every American citizen deserves to live in a community that's safe, and ICE agents need to be able to do their job. They're being attacked for doing their job, which is deporting illegal criminals.
Hegseth told Congress that the deployment of these California National Guard troops plus the additional Marines could cost $134 million, and they could be deployed here for the next 60 days. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Back here in Washington, and new at 6, the state has joined a federal lawsuit along with 14 other states and the District of Columbia in suing the Trump administration and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. The lawsuit aims to prevent the Trump administration from distributing thousands of machine gun conversion devices, stating they are illegal to possess and will permanently threaten public safety nationwide. This comes after the ATF had classified classified forced reset triggers as machine guns, but the Trump administration plans to stop enforcing the federal law. The coalition of attorneys general are seeking a preliminary injunction which would halt the administration from distributing these devices.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And a live look outside in Yakima by Mart Skycam, checking out downtown Yakima, looking pretty good. Nice and sunny, very hot, 96 degrees, humidity very low, 14%. Winds have decreased a little bit in Yakima from last hour. Our feels like temp is 91. So very warm day, another warm one to look forward to tomorrow. And check out our temperatures outside. We're still seeing triple digits here at Hanford, 90 in Ellensburg, 98 Tri-Cities, 94 in Walla Walla. Temperature trends, you're going to like this. It's going to be hot tomorrow, but things are looking better the rest of the week as we drop down to the 80s. Now, temperatures still above the average. Our average in Yakima this time of year is 79 degrees. Tri-Cities also well above average, but dropping into the 80s as we head towards the middle of the week and towards the weekend. And in Walla Walla, it's going to be pretty nice this weekend there with temperatures in the lower to mid 80s. So I'm thinking good wine tasting weather, Walla Walla. All right, fire weather warnings in place. We have red flag warnings here all through the region. That's going to be in place till 8 o'clock Wednesday. Again, we have low humidity. We've had breezy winds, and we're going to continue to see that tomorrow. So this could even be extended into Thursday as I'm tracking some breezy winds that day as well. We're already fighting this big wildfire here in the Kittitas Valley, the Red Ridge Fire. 53 acres, roughly about 20% contained. And again, that broke out on Monday as the temperature soared into the triple digits. So there's been level 1 and level 2 evacuations. Might want to check this map out pretty closely. The yellow is be set to go. Level 3 is go now. So those folks should already be gone. And then if you're in the yellow zone, be prepared to go if you're asked to leave. So just know that that can change because, again, we've been seeing strong gusty winds. And we'll continue to see those on Wednesday, Thursday, 45 and 50 mile an hour gusts with elevated fire danger in both the areas. So here's what Ellensburg is looking like tonight wind-wise. Staying pretty breezy even through about 9 o'clock this evening. We're seeing those winds here in the Hermiston area and the Hanford Reach. As we start our day tomorrow, the winds are going to be mainly to the south, but take a look at Ellensburg, still gusty winds there. And you'll see breezy winds along the foothills of the Blues. As the day progresses, the winds pick up all through the area into Wednesday night, and they're going to last right into Thursday morning. So be looking for another possible red flag warning on Thursday. All right, our forecasted lows for tonight are in the 60s, so eventually cooling down, maybe about 5 in the morning we might see 60, and then things just jump right back up. So weather alert days for Wednesday, Thursday, look for the breezy winds. Temperature starting to look better though. 85 on Friday the 13th and 87 for our dad on Father's Day. Here's what it looks like in Yakima. Weather alert days there. Breezy winds in the forecast and temperatures going into the 80s. Here's Ellensburg, where we'll have a pretty heightened fire danger there, again with those gusty winds that are seeming to hang around at least through Friday. And then we'll see a breezy day Sunday for Father's Day. Walla Walla, going to be a nice weekend there for Father's Day weekend. Hey, that's a good idea. Take Dad to Walla Walla. And then we'll see those breezy winds continuing. Hermiston going from the 90s to the 80s. And those breezy winds. So there you go. Pretty good weekend for dads. Decent barbecue weather because the temperatures are, I don't want to barbecue when it's 100. How about you?
Well, no.
Yeah, no.
But that is Dad's specialty, so he can be.
Right?
Right?
You're supposed to
he's
be
giving us the
for
look.
Dad or?
Oh, thanks.
What do you don't want to barbecue?
I want to go on the boat.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I got you.
Yeah, right.
There you
Very
go.
good. That's
All
what
right.
I want.
All right.
Still ahead here at 6 o'clock, a highway pursuit ends in a pile up of vehicles. Oh, and wood.
We'll tell you how it happened when we come back.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost. Higher. Yes. Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in. And we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
Right now at Meredith Furniture, it's a buy one, get one free deal you don't want to miss. Buy one comfy recliner starting at just $599 and get the second one free. Yup, totally free. Tons of colors, loads of styles. Come in and find your favorite. But hurry, deals this good don't stick around forever. Kick back in not one, but 2 recliners. Because one just isn't enough.
Meredith Furniture on South Person, Washington, right next to Hobby Lobby.
There's working you. And then there's chill you. Chill you is more carefree and curious, more present, more relaxed, more fun. Chill you is the best you. There you are. Bring back your chill you with an escape to Coeur d'Alene, the city by the lake. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
This summer, big wins come in sevens at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Get ready for the $100,000 Lucky Summer Sevens giveaway with over $12,000 cash up for grabs every Friday and Saturday in June. The heat is on, and so is the grand prize on June 28th. 3 winners choose 7 cards with prizes. Reveal 7 sevens and instantly win $17,000 cash. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, celebrating 3 decades of fun.
When it comes to legal matters, you need someone you can trust. At Morphine Law Firm, we are sincerely grateful for the last 5 years of trust and support you've given our firm. Your trust and support have been a major driving force behind our mission for justice. We offer free consultations, and we may not always tell you what you want to hear, but we try to steer you in the right direction. We appreciate your continued trust and confidence in Morphine Law Firm.
Never a Bother aims to connect families, friends, and allies to make sure young people in their life know that they are there for them and can reach out at any time.
Never a bother.
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 Learn how at neverabother.org. Remember, you are never a bother.
All right, check this out. Caught on camera, a police chase in Western Ohio led to a bizarre attempt to thwart officers before ending in a pileup. The truck had no visible registration. The driver fled, the pursuit began. They deployed stop sticks. That didn't work. Someone in the truck bed was also throwing wooden boards onto the highway in an attempt to disable or strike the police cars. The truck eventually went over to the wrong side of the highway, hit another vehicle head on, and caused a 6-vehicle accident. The bad guys were eventually captured. Everyone else is signing off, but we are just getting started with the region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m., which is next.
Plus, Stacey's coming back with your first alert forecast, detailing out just how hot it's going to be the next few days. Make sure you scan that QR code right there on your screen to get our brand new weather app. We'll be right back.
Register today. Register your team for $140. Ends midnight Tuesday, June 24th.
Whether you're injured on the road or on the job, the big dogs at Brumback and Autumn will get you the full compensation. Leave nothing on the table. Brumback and Autumn, Bulldog tough.
Vance Heating and Air has been keeping Yakima homes cool since 1986. If your air conditioner needs service this summer, we'll take $86 off the cost of any AC repair. Our skilled technicians service all makes and models, and we guarantee you'll be happy when our work is complete. If your old AC is a throwback, save now on a new energy-efficient Daikin Fit system. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Lifetime Dental is committed to providing the best dental care in the Tri-Cities by treating patients like family, as well as providing a healthy work-life balance for the team. Hear what their doctors have to say.
I think developing that relationship with a patient is where you get the trust. And then with the trust is when you can really kind of build on these treatment plans and provide the best care for them so that the outcome is most predictable and that they're the most satisfied. I think my passion kind of more stems from the problem-solving aspect of dentistry. So I really like getting complex patients that need a lot of different needs and kind of figuring out a plan that incorporates like good dentistry to kind of solve their problems. I think I just get that emotional recharge from just kind of spending quality time with family. So my 2 girls and then my wife. So we try and get out of the house and get up in the mountains or go to the beach and just kind of do quality things together. And that's kind of where I get my most recharge from, for sure.
Lifetime Dental Care, located at Queensgate, voted best dentist in the Tri-Cities 9 times.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. That's not a coincidence. It's a commitment. A commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles.
Get employee pricing plus 1.9% and $4,500 bonus cash on a 2024 Ford F-150 STX. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Apple Valley News Now is Walla Walla,
Coffin,
Benton City,
Kennewick. Our broadcast center may be here in Kennewick, but Apple Valley News Now is everywhere.
From the Blues to the Cascades, one television station is everywhere you want us to be. Apple Valley News Now. When Josh Colbert nails the high temp, we add $25 to the 3-degree guarantee jackpot. He's on a hot streak and the prize is over $1,000. So enter at AppleValleyNewsNow.com, then watch Josh on Good Morning Northwest. It's all from Legends Hotel Casino.
Right now on the region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m. after burning over 50 acres that prompted evacuations.
We'll share the very latest update on the Red Bridge fire. Plus,
a beloved veteran and a family man once known at the Farmers Exchange is battling an aggressive form of cancer. But that's not the whole story. I'll tell you why coming up.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday. Austin Reed alongside Wendy Redmond, and we always do weather first at 6:30.
Yeah, and good reason today. It is hot out there today.
Sure is. Let's check in with Stacy, who has a first look at our forecast. Welcome back.
Yeah, guys, and we've had heat advisories in place for the last couple of days. This one is set to expire at 9 o'clock. So what does that mean? Good news. That means we're going to be cooling down finally in the upcoming days. It's going to be a warm one tomorrow, but not quite as hot as we are seeing today. 98 degrees, Legends Casino Sky Cam. The good news here is the feels like temp is 93. Bad news here also that our humidity is that low, 13% humidity. So I see a little bit of that flag flying around there on the cruise ship tonight. Sunset at 8:48. All right, here's temperatures elsewhere around the area. Most everybody in the 90s. Hanford still hanging on to 101 degrees. Plus, strong gusty winds once again in the Kittitas Valley, right where we have active fires burning, as well as the Columbia River Gorge this afternoon. So planning your evening out, look for the 80s and 90s to last through 9 o'clock. We'll see the 70s and 80s. And at 11 o'clock, still going to be in the 70s, close to 80 in some areas, not cooling down very quickly. So those temps will gradually decrease over the coming days. Strong gusty winds once again in the area for a couple of days. Fire danger remains very high. And then we'll have cooler temperatures heading into Father's Day weekend. I'll tell you more coming up. Austin, Wendy.
All right, thank you very much, Stacey. Well, in Kittitas County, just outside Cle Elum, where the Red Bridge fire continues to grow, as of the last update, the fire has burned roughly 53 acres. But the good news, containment is now at 20%. State Fire Assistance has been mobilized to support local crews already on the ground.
That fire sparked yesterday afternoon around 4 o'clock and is burning through timber, grass, and structures. Level 2 and 3 evacuations are still in place, with homes, power lines, and other infrastructure at risk. Overnight shelter has been made available at the Centennial Center in Cle Elum. The State Emergency Operations Center has activated to Level 3 to help coordinate resources. 3 strike teams are being sent in, and the state fire marshal's office is actively managing the response.
The U.S. Forest Service is now leading firefighting efforts. 2 structures have been confirmed destroyed so far. The cause of this wildfire under investigation.
With wildfire season heating up across Washington, the Department of Ecology is stepping up efforts to monitor the air we breathe. The second week of June marks Smoke Ready Week. It serves as a reminder wildfire smoke can show up quickly and impact our health even from hundreds of miles away. State officials say they're expanding Washington's network of air quality monitors. These monitors help track daily pollution levels and alert communities when the air becomes unsafe to breathe. Thanks to funding from the Climate Commitment Act, the state has also been able to place more of these monitors in communities that are most vulnerable to poor air quality.
100 miles away, the wind could shift and you're suddenly getting as bad or worse smoke than the people on the fire lines. And that monitoring system is crucial all year long, but especially during wildfire season.
For more on how Washington is tracking wildfire smoke and what it means for your health, just head on over to AppleValleyNewsNow.com. An update for you now on the silver alert for a missing 73-year-old woman in Toppenish. According to the Toppenish Police Department, Joan Patentui is now safe and has been located. A silver alert was issued after she was last seen June 1st, having been dropped off in the Terrace Heights area of Yakima County. Contact was last made 3 days later by phone before turning to the public for help.
Well, a community member is seeking action by the city council when it comes to crime in his neighborhood. At Monday's city council meeting, a person making a public comment told the city that the Vegas bar in Sunnyside continues to be the leading reason for crime in his neighborhood. He says that since the Vegas bar opened its doors, noise and violence continue to spread in the area, despite law enforcement issuing citations or noise complaints. But the community member says the city prosecutor declined to move forward with charges because of a loophole in the way the noise ordinance was written.
With all due respect, this is unacceptable. So I ask you, council, how many bullets need to fly? How many more sleepless nights do our families have to endure? How many more chances do we have be given an establishment that contributes nothing but fear and disruption and chaos to our community? My wife and I, our neighbors, have had more than enough. The booming music from Thursday through Sunday night must stop. The open drug use in the parking lot must stop.
He is also asking the council to suspend the liquor license of the Vegas bar until there is a resolved investigation leading to lasting changes. The Sunnyside police chief suggested the use of flock cameras in the area to help reduce crime to the council as a potential solution. New at 6:30 now in Making a Difference. A Kennewick family is facing one of life's toughest battles, but they're not doing it alone after a devastating cancer diagnosis and sudden homelessness.
Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen says support is pouring in for Nathan Osgood and his partner, Chloe.
If you visited the Farmers Exchange before it closed, you might remember Nathan and Chloe, a face of warmth and hard work. But right now, they're in the battle for their lives, and the community is stepping up to help.
We found out about 2 months ago, and they essentially told me that it was stage 4 and that I had 3 to 6 months to live.
It's news no one ever expects. Stage 4 cancer. For Nathan Osgood, the diagnosis came fast and hit hard.
My family, as they've been a big supporter, and then our community. Our community's rallied together and supported us, and it's just made me feel like I need to survive.
As if that wasn't enough, just days after his first round of chemo came another gut punch.
In there, they didn't want to let us know what was going on and that we already didn't have a house. So by the time we pulled up into the house, everybody broke the news that we don't have a home.
Their home was gone, deemed uninhabitable. And just like that, everything changed. And now the family is living in a trailer provided by Nathan's employer. And that's not the only support being given.
We heard about Nathan's diagnosis, and then some close friends of his decided we needed to do a fundraiser for him and his family. And we struggled with the name, finally came up with Built to Battle. And yeah, we're just looking forward to having an event, raising as much money as we can for their family.
From auction items to donations, downtown businesses like Ice Harbor Brewery and Rise and Shine are teaming up to help the couple.
So you're never truly alone. There's always a community of people around you who are rooting for you and who want you to win, whatever that looks like. In this case, that's getting a safe home built for Chloe and Nathan and their boys.
It's said communities show up in tough times. From simple fundraisers and random acts of kindness, it proves no one has to fight alone. Reporting in Kennewick, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
The fundraiser is this Saturday beginning at 3 p.m. Next week, they are also selling boxes of cookies called Cookies with a cause, and that the proceeds will go to the family. All right, still ahead here at 6:30. It is time for a look at this week's Fly the Northwest. We are taking you to a place where the buffalo roam.
Yeah, you won't want to miss that. And Stacy is coming back. You're not going to want to miss that either. She's got your first alert weather forecast as more hot temps are on the way. Find out how hot we'll get when we come back.
Register today. Register your team for $140. Ends midnight Tuesday, June 24th.
It's the 3-degree guarantee from Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather and Legends Casino Hotel. When Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth gets the high within 3 degrees, $25 is put in the jackpot. If he misses, someone wins. From Legends Casino Hotel and Apple Valley News Now.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
Did you know Tri-City Lumber Company isn't just for contractors? We're your local source for decking, railing, hardware, and more, open to everyone. For over 30 years, DIYers and homeowners have trusted us for quality materials and expert one-on-one advice. Now, under new ownership, we're making it even easier to shop local and build better. Skip the big box stores. Visit Tri-City Lumber today on Clearwater and Kennewick, or call us at 509-783-3322 today.
My family's been serving the Tri-Cities for 86 years at Griggs and the Tri-Cities Ace stores. And we have some deals we don't want you to miss. Get ready for hot weather. This fan's a steal at $29.99. A grill would make a great Father's Day gift. We have many in stock at super prices. Ace pleated furnace filters are buy 3, get 1 free. HCH Pool Shock Advanced is half price at $4.99. See all the deals using this QR code. Come see us at Griggs and the Tri-Cities Ace stores. And thank you for your business.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Okay, y'all, we got 10 orders coming in.
Starting a business is never easy, but starting at 8 months pregnant, that's a different story. I couldn't slow down. We were starting a business from the ground up. People were showing up left and right, and so did our business needs. The Chase e-card made it easy. When you go for something big like this, your kids see that, and they believe they can do the same.
Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
I'm Eduardo Morfin. Morfin Law Firm thanks you for 5 years of support. Remember, when choosing an attorney, select a local attorney that supports your local community.
Welcome back to the news at 6:30. New at 6:30, the opening of Franklin Pool in the city of Yakima is coming up. The roughly 3-month-long season at the pool officially begins when it opens its doors for the first time this year on Thursday, June 12th. The pool will offer recreational swim sessions Monday through Friday from 1:30 to 4 p.m. and from 4:30 to 7. On Saturdays and Sundays, recreational swimming sessions will be offered from 12:30 to 4:30. Well, did you know there are a few buffalo herds here in Washington?
Well, on this week's Fly the Northwest, we take off over one of them.
The herd was developed in 1974 with a gift of 10 buffalo from the Teddy Roosevelt National Park. We have 115 buffalo in our last inventory last fall, plus calves this spring. They're just now calving. Kalispel tribe keeps buffalo not only that they're a cultural icon and a aesthetic cultural value for the tribe and for the community. They're a part of a food security program for the tribe where we have clean protein that we can distribute to our tribal membership and community members. This isn't buffalo territory, but it is part of a broader perspective to restore buffalo to the landscape. They're fun to deal with. We get to round them up once a year where we do a health check and vaccinations. But for the most part, they're grass-fed and natural. They get to live on this landscape. Our floodplain mimics a mid-grass, tall grass prairie, so it's really well suited for them from that perspective. Tribe created a pull-out just before you get to the wellness center, and that allows people to pull off the road safely and be able to view the buffalo because it is a large floodplain. They're really not obscured by anything but a few trees in the very far back part of their pasture.
The Yakima Nation also has a buffalo herd with more than 150 of the animals grazing near Toppenish.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Learn something new every day, but probably just like Yellowstone, don't try to get too close and get a photo. All right, outside right now, we've got pretty clear skies, hot conditions, 98 degrees around the region. Our feels like temp is 93. Our humidity is low. We have a few light breezes, not too bad this evening. However, we're going to see gustier winds tomorrow. Let's take a look at our temperatures elsewhere around the area. Most of us still in the 90s. And triple digits still happening at Hanford. All right, I was able to get some temperatures verified for today's high. We broke a record today in Ellensburg by 1 degree, but we didn't quite get there in Yakima, Tri-Cities, Hermiston, Pendleton, or Walla Walla. We were teetering just below some of those records set back in 1910. So they started keeping records back in 1898. So you'll see some of those temperatures go back as far as that. All right, here's what's going temperature trend wise. Another hot one tomorrow. We're in the 90s, but the good news is we start sliding into the 80s. Remember, our average in Yakima is typically 79 degrees, and we're not going to get that low, but things are going to be feeling much better as the week progresses. Tri-Cities and Hermiston, our average here is typically 81 degrees. Will also be staying above average, but well below those triple-digit marks. Again, 90s tomorrow for Walla Walla. Walla Walla looking pretty good as you head into Father's Day weekend. Now, what will probably change and we'll keep a close eye on are these red flag warnings. We have one in place until 8 o'clock on Wednesday, the area all in pink. The thing is, we're going to see some gusty winds even on Thursday, so this may get extended into the region as it's been very dry, as you know, and strong gusty winds and low humidity, all the ingredients you need to make a wildfire. And this one started just yesterday in the Kittitas Valley. It's called the Red Bridge Fire. And as of now, it's burned around 53 acres and it's only at 20% containment. Now, there are some evacuations level 2 and 3 in the area. So if you live there, you want to be safe and do what the authorities say. Now, moving forward for Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to see some gusty winds again, up to 50 miles an hour possible there in the Kittitas Valley. So fire start potential in the valleys and basin remains high. So we may see those red flag warnings get extended. Futurecast winds, well, it's going to stay windy there in the Kittitas Valley. Also in the down here near Hermiston, I-84 corridor. Tomorrow we'll start off pretty windy in this section. So the foothills of the Blues, those winds just kind of swooping around those Blue Mountains. Kittitas Valley remains windy, and then everybody will start to feel those breezes by Wednesday night. And again, this is where our fire elevation or Fire danger is elevated due to the strong gusty winds. Temperatures tonight calming into the 60s. And then here's your 7-day planning forecast. We got a lot going on there with breezy winds. Friday the 13th is coming up this Friday. We had to put that on the map. Here's what it looks like in Ellensburg temperature-wise for the next 7 days. Walla Walla also warm, but looking pretty good for Father's Day weekend. And in Hermiston, also 90s to the 80s. Not seeing any 70s at all.
All right, so more first alert days.
A couple
Wednesday
more.
and Thursday.
We'll keep a close eye.
All right.
Thank you, Stacey. We'll be right back with What's Trending.
Riding a motorcycle is a great way to travel, but if someone turns in front of you, you're in the danger zone. If you've been hurt in an accident, call Alan Brecky Law Offices, 735-0546. They're waiting to help you.
Good Shepherd provides the most up-to-date orthopedic care available. Our team of experienced board-certified surgeons, physiatrists, and podiatrists are capable of fulfilling your orthopedic needs. Services include precise joint replacements, sports medicine, all orthoscopic shoulder and knee repairs, fracture care, hand surgery, and foot and ankle care. We are here to help you with your pain and maximize your body's performance and function. Good Shepherd Orthopedics in Hermiston. Patients first, always.
Life. It's a crazy thing when you think about it. It's either about making memories or remembering those moments that matter most. Broadmoor RV has been serving families and its community in the Pacific Northwest for over 20 years. From travel trailers to toy haulers, truck campers, motorhomes, and fifth wheels, we have what you need to start creating memories with the ones you love. So get out there and make those memories last a lifetime. Broadmoor RV. We make camping fun.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $4,500 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
This summer, big wins come in sevens at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Get ready for the $100,000 Lucky Summer Sevens giveaway with over $12,000 cash up for grabs every Friday and Saturday in June. The heat is on, and so is the grand prize on June 28th. 3 winners choose 7 cards with prizes. Reveal 7 sevens and instantly win $17,000 cash. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, celebrating 3 decades of fun.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Want a family 4-pack of tickets to Dust Devils baseball? Well, enter right now on our mobile app or click on contests at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Winners get tickets to the Friday, June 20th game with baseball and family feast specials at the concession stand. See you there.
Riding a motorcycle is a great way to travel, but if someone turns in front of you, you're in the danger zone. If you've been hurt in an accident, call Alan Brecky Law Offices, 735-0546. They're waiting to help you.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
Time for what's trending. 18-year-old swimmer Summer McIntosh has made history for the second time in 3 days, breaking the 200-meter individual medley world record. McIntosh did it at the Canadian Swimming Trials on Monday.
The previous record was set in 2015. McIntosh won gold in the 200-meter individual medley at the 2024 Paris Olympics.
The event sees swimmers compete a 50-meter leg of all 4 strokes: butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyle. In one race, McIntosh's achievement came 2 days after she smashed the 400-meter freestyle world record. Watch the incredible moment a baby bottlenose dolphin is born, and that takes it to the first bubbly breath on camera.
That's right. The momentous event was captured at Chicago's Brookfield Zoo, where animal care teams had been monitoring Allie, an expectant bottlenose dolphin. Allie can be seen swimming alongside another female dolphin while sporting a pair of tails, the smaller of the which belongs to the emerging calf.
And then it happened. The baby bottlenose appeared. This little splash has caused a wave of excitement as it was the first dolphin calf born at the zoo in more than a decade.
Oh my goodness, that
Very
is the
cute.
Cutest thing I've seen.
Adorable.
And one of the best things I ever did was I got to swim with dolphins before, and it was amazing.
Really?
Yes.
Epic.
Oh my goodness.
But a baby dolphin? Oh my goodness.
Even better. Final word when we come back.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
She's the first lady of rock and soul, Patti LaBelle, live. Friday, June 20th, Legends Casino Hotel. Patti LaBelle, 8065 Tour. Celebrating 80 years and 65 years in the biz. Friday, June 20th, Legends Casino Hotel. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Patti LaBelle, 8065 Tour.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away, Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
Got a family reunion in the works? Make it unforgettable at Beaver Valley Lodge. With cozy rooms, beautiful mountain views, and plenty of space to gather, it's the perfect place to reconnect and make new memories. Book direct with us and get 10% off. That means more savings for barbecues, bonfires, and all those late-night laughs. So skip the middleman and book direct today, because great reunions start with the perfect place to stay. Beaver Valley Lodge. Come as a guest and leave as a friend.
When it comes to legal matters, you need someone you can trust. At Morphine Law Firm, we are sincerely grateful for the last 5 years of trust and support you've given our firm. Your trust and support have been a major driving force behind our mission for justice. We offer free consultations, and we may not always tell you what you want to hear, but we try to steer you in the right direction. We appreciate your continued trust and confidence in Morphine Law Firm.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather.
And welcome back. Viewer photo of the day is the hot paw alert, because take a look at that. I don't know when Rick had recorded this, maybe yesterday, but the blacktop was 155 degrees. So there you go. We took our dogs early this morning and it was hot already at like before 8 a.m. So luckily they watered the park. QR code, top of your screen. That's how you get photo on TV.
All right, yeah. Look out for those dogs. Anybody sensitive to the heat out there, because we still have a couple more.
Well, tomorrow pretty hot, and then those 80s,
you know,
they're going to feel much nicer to you guys
For
after
sure.
100.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, looking forward to some cooler days ahead.
Cooler days.
Yes. All right. That'll do it for us. Thank you for joining us.
Hoping your news is good news. We'll see you at 11.